Hi everyone, welcome to 40 Count Point, the channel that quantify Warhammer 40k. This video describes the troop choice for orcs, and it is using our quantifiable methodology. If you want to know more about the metrics that are used in this video, please follow the link in the description. The two units that we are going to analyze are the boys and the Gretchin. So let's start with the boys. 8 points per model. So 9 model of orc boys armed with the slugger and the chopper. And we have one boss knob for 8 points, but he is armed with the kill saw melee weapon. So essentially the squad is having 27 attack of strength 4 and 3 attack of strength 10, armor penetration -4, damage D3. The boys are the models for the orc infantry. So all the orc infantry have similar stat line, that is movement 5 inch, weapon skill 3+, ballistic skill 5+, strength 4, toughness 4, 1 wound, 2 attacks, leadership of 6, and a save 6+. However, for 8 points, we are getting a boss knob which has strength 5 and 2 wounds and 3 attacks. So for the 8 point, you are getting a very interesting model that is very efficient. So for 90 points, you are getting 11 wounds of toughness 4, save 6+. All the boys are getting the here we go rules that allows to reroll when they charge, and the mob rule was not considered. However, it is very interesting for their morale. And Daka was used, which essentially allows to do another attack when you hit on 6s. Also, they have green tide, but it was not considered in the metrics because we considered only 10 boys. So overall, the boys perform extremely well in our metrics. So they reach a very potent score of 150% their value. They don't have a good shooting capacity because the one that was measured was more oriented towards melee. The boys are very good at melee, both against vehicle and also against the other infantry models. So it's a dedicated, excellent anti-personnel unit that can also hit hard on a vehicle, also thanks to the kill saw of the knob. Its fortitude score is equal to close to the average, so you are paying a bit less per wound, 8 points. However, you are losing when it comes to the armor save of 6, but the knob is adding a wound, so that brings the unit a bit lower than the average of 10. So that means you have 50% more firepower in this unit than its defensive cost. So that makes a unit that is very efficient and very interesting for orc players. So for 50 points, you are getting 10 Gretchin. Each Gretchin is having a move of 5, weapon skill 5+, ballistic skill 4+, strength and toughness only of 2, 1 wound, 1 attack, leadership 4, save 6+. They are all armed with the Grot Blaster, that is a pistol of strength 4. So for 50 points, you are getting 10 wounds, toughness 2, save 6+. The Daka rule was considered in the metrics, but not the surprisingly dangerous and large number, which increase its to hit when they have 20 or more models. The Gretchin did not perform well in our metrics, to reach a score of 62%. They per point They don't have a good melee capacity. Its shooting is not very good either, and with a toughness 2 and 5 point per wounds, it brings their fortitude score to 8.03, which is good, but they do not have damage output that equals that number, and for that reason they are not considered to be worth their point. It seems evident that Gretchin will not be popular in competition. The boys are definitely a better choice in almost every aspect. For only 3 points more, you are getting toughness 4 and a lot more attacks, a lot more damage output than the 50-point Gretchin. Definitely the Gretchin are overpriced, and they will not be very efficient in Ork's army. However, the boys is a very, very good unit that can go to very exceptional score. So the first element that we applied to the unit was having 30 models, which increased by 1 the attack. So it does increase the percentage, but not by that much, because the knob that was doing a lot of damage, its effect is getting diluted in the other models. So it increased the efficiency of the unit, but not that much. The knob with a wag banner increased by 1 the hit when they go in melee. So that brings just with that force multiplier to 194%. So very close for being competitive. The Warboss WAG ability that allows to charge even if they advance allow the boys to be much more mobile, advancing and charging. So that brings the unit to 214%. Also, when they take the specialist mob Hunta's sneaky devils, essentially when this infantry model that are within terrain feature, they gain a 5++ invulnerable save, and also when they attack with their melee on units that are in terrain, or if they are themselves within terrain, their armor penetration is increased by 1, and that brings the unit to, so it's a very good force multiplier for the boys. It brings them to 277%. The psychic power warpath allows increase the attacks per model of 1 attack, so it does increase the damage output of that unit, and that brings that to 459%. And if you include the get stuck in ladies for 3 command point, it allows to do a second round of melee attacks. So that brings the unit to 873%. So very, very, very easy to bring the boys to a very high level of competition. So this video described the troop choice for the Orks using our normalized methodology. Please feel free to comment on how to increase the efficiency of the boys, and subscribe also if you like this kind of content. I will upload all the 40k units using exactly the same method. Thank you for watching. Over and out.